Yeah, that's right. Just totally jamming it out on Disgruntled Thursday. That's what we're doing. We're jamming it out. Getting the lead out, man. Just feeling so good. That's right. We're gonna jam it out, dude. I mean, check this out. This bass player's phenomenal. This is the guy I'm working with my band. He's just... Oh, I love it, dude. Oh, this is so balls and chunk. It's unbelievable here. Guy's good. That's all I can tell you. This guy is phenomenal. So God bless him, man. I mean, wanting to come in and play music with us and whatnot. It's phenomenal. So anyway, all right. Let's get back to the show. Now, I'm going to read the list of demands that I came up with for our country. And some of these are ad-libbed. Okay. Number 1. Okay. Make an amendment to the Constitution to make a referendum to donations to political parties as a non-tax deductible kind of contribution. In other words, if you donate to a political party of some kind, it's not going to be tax deductible anymore. In other words, you won't have that nice little tax break anymore. The other thing I want to do is make it illegal to have lobbyists within your administration if you do win the presidency. The other thing that I think most rational people would agree with, and of course this would be controversial to most of you leftist vermin out there, but we demand the resignation of Barack Hussein Obama, everybody in his cabinet, and everybody in the Treasury, and anybody who's been responsible for this debacle for the last 4 years. You should resign and just leave the country, okay? We also demand that we close the borders. Close the borders, put the military on the borders, and prevent what's going on down in Mexico spilling over here or Canada. That's where we're going to get hit, folks, because these George Soros types and these other ones, they want open borders. Gee, I wonder why. So they can control the elections and set up a super communist state dictatorship. You can do that by bringing in Islamists and drug cartels, etc., and this, that, and the other thing. So close the borders. That's another demand. If you're a communist, socialist, Marxist, or just crackpot left-winger, you have the right to your opinion. But I feel you're a danger to the country. You should step down. The other I'd say is make abortions illegal. Period. Throw out the Roe versus Wade thing. Make it illegal unless the woman's life is in jeopardy. And it's an emergency procedure at that point. Make it illegal. The other demand is government stay out of our homes. Stay out of our homes, our businesses, and our personal lives. Your job is one thing only, and that is to protect our shores from enemies, foreign and domestic. I'm sick of the government making all these laws that don't make any sense. The other thing that I think we should demand is that you allow the common man, all right, in other words, the everyday guy that's not a lawyer, to have a chance at running for Senate or president or anything else, because what we need is common sense. The other thing we should do is abolish Congress and make it a point that they only meet every 2 years. Every 2 years, that's it. And if you're a congressman or a senator, you have to go back and work a regular job And we want to go back to where our founders had it. We're fine. Yeah, you could have a constitutional congressional meeting and discuss policy, etc. But we do that every 2 years. We don't need congressmen and lobbyists and vermin up on Capitol Hill 365 days a year. It's costing too much money, and it's turning us into a banana republic. So we need to just scale that back. We need to have, and I agreed with the Occupy Wall Street argument, term limits. Okay, if you're a congressman or a representative, 2 years. President, 4 years. And Marxists and communists need not apply. Thank you very much. And that also goes for you extreme right-wingers too, the anarchist types. You know, we don't need any more lunacy. We need to have some stricter controls about who we let run our country. I mean, this last example is a perfect example of what not to do. I mean, we're the other thing is, if you're going to be intolerant and you're going to be a threat to the nation, you need to leave the nation. In other words, I believe in racial profiling. If you're an Islamist, yeah, we're going to investigate you. We're going to make sure you're loyal to the country. And we're going to make sure you assimilate into the country. Same with any other race that comes in here or any other people that come in here. I think what we need to do is do another Ellis Island type scenario. Quarantine everybody. Make sure they can pass the basic requirements to come into the country. And if not, deport them. Deport them. That's it. When it comes down to warfare, okay, and I agree with them on that. No more wars for profit. We go in there, and no more nation building either. You piss us off, we're going to come in there and level you, level your country, burn you out, and kill all the vermin. That's what we're going to do. And we're not going to rebuild your country or set up a military base. We're just going to go in there, carpet bomb you to the Stone Age, and leave. Because that's how you will win a war. You don't win a war by nation building and kissing their ass and being political correct. And the other thing is, no more PC in the military. I think we need to really start putting the reins on that one. You know, I like the old military. I like the old military where they don't put up with shit and only the real men will make it through. If you're a spineless little weasel, then maybe the military isn't for you. The other requirement, I think that anybody of the age of 18 should serve a minimum of 2 years in the armed forces branch of your choice, job of your choice. Because it'll teach you discipline, it'll teach you to use your brain, and it might even give you a career. But most importantly, it'll teach you a respect of your nation. Every other country in the world does this except us. I don't agree with the draft, but I think everybody should serve. And no, not in Obama's little civilian brown shirts force either. Okay? I'm talking the United States Department of Defense military. That's Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Air Force, and Army. The branches. Not Obama's little secret force of liberal numpties and black shirts and communists and rat tag bastards. No, you're going to serve in the real military. The real military. So you learn discipline and a sense of honor and duty and courage. That's what I think. Another demand I have. Charge these Occupy vermin that are blocking our ports and our businesses and are threatening to hurt and kill people. Charge them with terrorism, domestic terrorism, because that's what they are. They're aligning themselves with SDS. Okay, SDS is a terrorist organization. They have been since the 60s. I don't know if you people know that. Bill Ayers and Bernadine Dorn were founders of it. They're terrorists. So we actually have terrorists working with the president. Okay? So that should tell you right there how dangerous this is becoming. All right? They should be brought up on charges of terrorism. So Janet Napolitano, you should go after the Occupy vermin and arrest them instead of watching white males on YouTube doing their little radio bits. That's what you should be doing, is going after the real bad guys. Go after the Islamists. Go after the communists in the streets. Go after the go after the illegal immigrants that are bringing drugs in and killing people and kidnapping people. Go after those folks. Go after the real bad guys. But no, you can't do that because you're a Marxist, socialist, communist bum yourself. So here's another demand. Remove the Department of Homeland Security, and then you do what I said, which is, if everybody's serving in the military for 2 years from the age of 18 to 20, I'd say, and if they choose to serve longer, they can, you put them in charge of security. That's our Homeland Security. You get these young, brave men and women that are going to do it because of service and gratitude for their country, and because it's a requirement. Then we don't need a Homeland Security anymore. We've got that pretty much covered. The other thing I'd say, and this might sound like a really wacky one, allow civilians to carry guns. Okay? Period. You want to cut down on crime and terrorism, all that? Allow us all to carry guns. Concealed, unconcealed, doesn't matter. This world's turning into a real hostile place. And allow us to buy guns with, the ability to buy guns, and do not restrict our Second Amendment rights. I'll tell you what, that's going to, if you leftists think you're going to try to take our guns, that's going to go over like a turd in a punch bowl at church. It's not going to fly. It's not going to fly. Because like I said, no one's going to give their guns up. And if you come try to get their guns, you're just going to get shot. That's what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of shooting, a lot of blowing shit up, and no one's going to get anywhere with it. So let's just leave that one alone. Do not mess with our Constitution. That's the other demand I'm making. Allow us to amend certain things. The other thing I'd say is abolish income tax, period. Abolish it. Okay? Abolish Social Security and privatize it. Abolish socialized medicine and Medicare, and allow people to pay for it themselves. If you don't tax us to death, and abolish corporate tax. Give incentives for people to want to do business here in the United States. All right? In other words, give them grants. If they're going to invent something better or, make a difference in the community, give them grants. Give them what they need to do what they got to do. Okay? No more corporate tax. The other thing is, no more foreign oil. Okay? Period. We got enough oil here in this country. We need to start drilling, and I mean drilling now. If I was running things, I'd be handing out drilling permits like candy. If you think you got oil in your yard, you better start drilling for it. And the other thing, bring back mining, bring back industry, and we need to, I know it's an open world of trade, and you're never going to get around that because there's always going to be people wanting to buy stuff from other countries. But we need to put tariffs on other nations so that they understand that they're not going to steal all of our business and take it over there. And the other thing is, you get rid of the corporate tax, all these companies are going to want to set up shop here, and jobs will just blossom, man. What we have to do is create an environment where our capitalist system can grow back to where it was in the roaring 20s or even the 50s for that matter. And we can get back to what we're good at. But anyway, I'll keep going on with this. We're going to take a short break. And I will be back after these, after another song interlude here. And of course, I'm going to give a plug out to some folks. Penniesforguns.com, penniesforguns.com. Remember, you still got a Second Amendment right, so use it. You can buy a gun very easily on penniesforguns.com and fairly inexpensively. and they will ship it off to an authorized gun broker in your area.